Homeostasis may work at cell level, or it may work at organism level, or at both levels. Now let's take an example of cell level homeostasis. There is a wide range fluctuation in the external environment, and there is narrow range fluctuation in the internal environment, but the organism maintain a specific set point. Let's take an example of this. A wide range fluctuation of temperature. For example, the fluctuation may range from -5 degree to +50 degree. This is a wide range fluctuation of temperature, and inside the cell, a cell can tolerate a temperature of about 36 to 38 degrees Celsius, and the most optimum condition is 37 degree. So the internal environment or internal tolerable range is narrow. It is about 2 degree. In case I'm taking an example of the human body, but if you compare it with the external environment may fluctuate in a wide range of temperature, like -5 in case of winter conditions, or up to 45, 50 in case of summer conditions. So the internal environment must be kept in a tolerable range, and to do this, there is a mechanism inside the cell which is cellular homeostasis, or at the organism level, which is called as feedback mechanism, or it may be positive or negative feedback. We'll come on this later on. So the mechanism resists changes in the internal environment which are affected by the changes in the external environment, so that the internal environment is kept protected. So let's talk about the internal fluctuation. The internal fluctuation may be at the cell level, or it may be at the organism level, or at both levels, depending on the organism. The internal fluctuation may be at cell level. Let's taking an example of amoeba, or it may be at multicellular level and cell level both. If we're talking about the human body management is both at the cell level and at the organism level. So in case of the human body, or in case of any multicellular organism, both the levels are important, and both the levels are maintained separately. Like in case of cell level, when we're talking about these components or chemical components present in the cell, solutes and solvent, the amount of solute and solvent present in the cell, we are talking about the cell level in case of multicellular organism. And we're talking about the blood extracellular solutes, like the body fluids, the tissue fluid. We call this organism level internal fluctuation. Homeostasis does not mean to keep the internal environment at a fixed point. It can fluctuate in a tolerable range, and that tolerable range is usually narrow range in case we're talking about the terrestrial organisms. And when we're talking about the aquatic organisms, it may fluctuate in a wider range, because there are more drastic conditions in case of land environment, and in case of aquatic environment, the drastic changes are not there, so they can have a wide range of fluctuation in comparison. But if you are comparing the internal fluctuation in any kind of environment with the external fluctuation, that is obviously in a narrow range.